So I was going to make some more videos relating to the fast, but something interesting happened there. We were supposed to do a 3-day fast, but we broke the fast the next day, so we only fasted one day, me and Fakhori. And the reason is because well, there's two reasons actually, but the main one is that we ordered something called MHRB, Mimosa hostilis root bark, and you can look that up if you're interested. It's a plant that has a lot of DMT in its bark, and we were thinking of maybe finding a way to be involved with that sometime soon. And so the fast got shifted from happening now to as a preparation for the ceremony before. And that's the main reason why. So instead of fasting 3 days now and fasting again before it comes, I'd like to fast when it's here. And so that's gonna be a fucking massive experience, possibly. I've been thinking a lot about making videos as well, and communicating with my it's very interesting, the conversation I just had with Fakhori. We were talking about me and my life and the way I see the world, and we were talking about how there's something wrong, like an imbalance. There's something very fine and very right, but there's also something that is missing. And what's missing is like action, maybe. Like there's something missing from my day-to-day, like stuff that I do. And it seems like it's not something missing. The whole thing is missing in some way. I'm not really committed or like pursuing any particular thing with my real effort in this material plane. And that's been a huge part of my life in some sense, and a big imbalance for sure. And we talked about what is the vision for it not being there. Like what would I do, or what would it look like for that not to be there? Because I want to that's the couch moving, sorry. I'd want to do something, and that's what he was saying. He was saying like we're talking about it because I kind of want it, even though I didn't bring it up myself in the conversation. And it was really interesting because we talked about like doing not just the basics, which in my mind were something like just it's almost hilarious to say, but like cleaning and eating and doing some basic stretches and doing like a little bits, the minimum kind of here and there to stay functional. But beyond that, where is like this thing, like living, like pursuing something, like working towards something in the day-to-day in my life? And it's very interesting because I've wanted this channel or this form of expression for a while to be a big piece of this. And I feel like I was waiting for something, and it feels like there's some obstacles in the way, but I think the thing I was waiting for has come, which is the seeing something. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting to see a road to walk upon or a step to take, because I don't like to just make effort for effort's sake, like just do something just because you got to do something. And that's true, and I see it, but I want what I'm doing to be a part of the, like, I want the dots to be connected. I want the whole thing to be self fulfilling, like it completes itself. And I think I saw it, thanks to the amazing conversation that we are having. We've had this dynamic now for a few times, and I've been thinking about, yeah, like I need or I want to fully invest my energy into growing my life in the material plane. And part of that is working on my body. That's been a big goal for me over the last year and for the next few years at least. Part of that is making money, because that's what is needed to make the project with the farm and place where people can come and anything, like in this type of area, like a project, an idea. For that to be born, there needs to be some capital, some money. And so I want to work on that. I want to work on my body, and I want to work on my online expression, my expression in general. And so these are the big things I want to fully, like, invest my energy in for real, like really focus on it in my day to day. And it's very difficult to get the first steps on the way, but I think with a certain kind of energy and attitude that comes from my awareness of this, and my decision, my willpower in this direction could really get somewhere with this. And so that's an amazing start, and I really want to take that to step. So it feels like there's something that has happened, and it really has happened to some extent. I don't know what's gonna change necessarily, or like what that will look like from outside, but I think if I were to make like a real effort to express myself here, and my journey and my thoughts and my visions, and post some stuff online related to these videos, like on a social media pages, and work hard to grow that along with the other pieces that I want to do, that will be an amazing first few steps, and that's gonna be very interesting. It's also a big one of the things that, like, I'm scared that it won't work, That's something I feel when it comes to my expression. Like I don't know why I feel like it's not working. Like or I'm worried that it's not working. And that's something that everybody feels. So or I think a lot of people feel that. And so it's like I have to just do it anyways because I want to do it. Uh, and it's okay if I fall, kind of like a child learning to walk. I embrace the journey of falling and taking steps until there's a walk happening. Uh, and I think I've taken a couple steps in that direction, but then I always flip when it gets a bit scary. Like whenever I start making videos for a while, or I start streaming, or I start doing something, and it doesn't like boom explodes. It's like the perfect thing. Like I feel kind of discouraged, or like I'm maybe I don't know if this is it, or it feels bad, and I feel like I have to face that more and face myself, or just understand that that's normal. And another obstacle maybe is like figuring out exactly what to do. Need to like research and figure that stuff out, but that's also possible. Like I could get really far with that type of research. I could really find some cool stuff to do and just start doing them, even if they're not like the thing. I don't have to look for the one thing. It's okay that I could just do a bunch of stuff, have them not work, and keep going. Learn from those experiences, not just look for the one. Like some people might do with relationships. Like just if you feel there's some chemistry there, connect. Don't just try to find this ultimate checklist of perfection, because that's not how it works. And when that comes, you need to have those previous experiences anyways, otherwise it's gonna be a disaster when the real thing is there, the checklist is there. um, it's very interesting that I have a few experiences like that. Like when I was in Team Liquid, I felt what it feels like to really push in a certain area of learning League of Legends as a game, and of studying, and of producing reports for the team and certain strategies. So I kind of have the feeling of what that feels like. But I was kind of waiting to like have the same experience in some sense, like the thing that I could push into gives in. It's already there. It's I already have the passion for it. I already feel comfortable there. But it's possible also that it doesn't have to be there. Like I could just start it. Even the gaming stuff started somewhere, and I was horrible at it, and I was not comfortable. And so I understand that feeling for myself, so that when I could start working on this, it could go somewhere. And I don't need to build that muscle from scratch. That muscle has worked before. I just gotta really turn it on. It's been a while. And that type of discipline and will is it used to be very imbalanced for me, and I'm a funny type of character where I go this way and then I go this way, like really hard. It's either like all in this thing, or not all in at all, like just stay on the sidelines. And I think I gotta be more willing. I'm going to be more willing to just participate without worrying, and just see where it goes. That's what's been on my mind. I'm working on a really beautiful collection of quotes that I might be making into an app soon. That is sort of like a daily quotes or quotes, like a yeah, like a daily quotes type of notifications or something like this. And I guess people have that for like social media, like Instagram pages where there's just a bunch of quotes and stuff. But I wanted to put it into an app and have that be a standalone thing on its own, and it could have some social media connected to it as well. But I think that if you're into this channel and you enjoy this type of thoughts and I don't know what to call this, but if you're resonating with the way with the way I'm expressing things, then I think you might really like that. So yeah, that's just a heads up for that. I love you, and see you next time. If you want to support my channel to grow and you've watched up to this point in the video, I am very grateful to you, and it would be also helpful if you want to subscribe or like the video or leave some type of comment. Just express what you've thought or anything you connected with in the video, or something you'd like to say or felt while watching this. I'll read all the comments and most likely reply to you personally. And yeah, I'll maybe make some new pages on social media and leave those down in the description thing later or very soon to start a new step forward. See you next time.